Respected Dr. Syed Hayat Basha sir and dear friends, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Tarannum Jahan, student of B.Ed second year, and today in this video I am going to discuss about types of communication. So let's get started. Communication is the process of interacting with people no matter whether you speak something or not, but your behavior, attitude conveys a message to the other party, meaning that the communication is not dependent on words. It is possible even without the use of words. So now we are going to understand the process of communication. In this process of communication, the sender encodes a message through a proper channel, that is email, phone, SMS, etc., to the receiver. The receiver decodes the message and after interpreting, it gives a proper feedback through a proper channel to the sender. So in this way, the process of communication continues. Now we are going to understand the type of communication. So on the basis of channel, there are two type of communication: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So come, let's understand the meaning of verbal communication. The communication in which we use words and language to communicate the intended message to the other party is called verbal communication. It can be performed in two ways, that is oral communication and written communication. Oral communication is a communication through spoken words, that is face to face communication, voice chat, video conferencing, communication over the telephone or mobile phone. On the other hand, written communication entails the use of letters, documents, emails, SMS, various chat platform, social media, etc. interact with the people. Then what is the nonverbal communication? Nonverbal communication is the wordless communication, as it does not lose words. The communication takes place through signals such as facial expression, body language, nodding of head, gestures, postures, eye contact, physical appearance, and so forth. Now, come, let's understand the type of nonverbal communication. There are several type of nonverbal communication like kinesics, artifact, proxemics, chronemics, vocalics, haptics. The communication through body language, facial expression, gestures, postures, eye contact is called as kinesics, and in artifact we learn how the appearance of that is the way he or she dressed, accessories carried by him, etc. And the distance maintained by a person while communicating with another tells a lot about their relationship is called proxemics. Chronomics is the use of time and communication. It tells us about how punctual or disciplined a person is or how person is serious regarding the matter. The volume, tone of voice and pitch used by a sender to transmit information is called vocalics. And now we are talking about haptics. The use of touch and communication to express emotions and feeling is called haptics. Come, let's discuss the difference between verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal communication is the process of communication in which words and language is used to transmit the message to other person, whereas in non-verbal communication we do not use words. Instead we use signals to transmit the message. Signals can be facial expression, eye contact, body language, paralanguage, etc. Next, in verbal communication, the transmission of message is very fast and feedback can also be provided instantly, whereas in non-verbal communication relies only on the understanding of the receiver. So it consumes a lot of time. When it comes to delivery of message, there are very less chances of confusion in a case of verbal communication. Contrary to this, the chances to communication and misunderstanding are relatively high in nonverbal communication. In verbal communication, the presence of both the parties, that is sender and the receiver, at the place of communication is not necessary as against in nonverbal communication, the presence of both the parties at the time of communication is must. The best thing about verbal communication is that the message can be clearly understood and feedback can be also provided immediately, whereas the best thing about non-verbal communication is that it complements the verbal communication, that is it helps in understanding the lifestyle and emotions of the sender. So that's all. In this video we have discussed about the type of communication, the process of communication, and also the verbal and non-verbal communication, and the difference between the non-verbal and verbal communication. So thank you all, thank you for listening me. Thanks a lot.